HR data is really just data about the people in your organization. So it can be data about the employee, it can be the names, where they work, how long time they work there, etc. It can be about their behavior, so it can be about their performance, absenteeism, employee turnover and that kind. Or it can be the impact they have, so it can be on customer satisfaction or performance data. Or it can be about the impact they have, so it can be about customer satisfaction or profit. So that's really HR data. I think it's important for HR to work with data and be more evidence-based for 4 reasons. The first is that when you ask CEOs and CFOs of companies, they're saying HR must be more data-orientated and prove what it is that they're doing, because we think it's really important. The second reason why HR should be working more with data and evidence is because we need to be more effective and more efficient, and we need to evaluate and measure how good we are, how good our recruitment processes is, how good our leadership development, etc. So we need to measure better. And thirdly, we need to have a more evidence-based approach to what we do. We need to know what is working and why it's working and apply that. And fourthly, we need to show the money. We need to show that we're adding value, that the money we're getting, we're investing correctly. So those are the 4 drivers. The 4th driver is a drive for, show the money. You are getting a lot of money from your CFO to do the work that you're doing. Are we getting any value out of that? Are you just a cost center? No, we're not. We are a value creation center. Okay, show me the money. To take HR data and make it valuable, you have to understand how you can create value out of your data and your facts. So it's really taking data and facts and converting it into information so it has a higher value. And you do that by, trending your data or by comparing it to others. So saying that your employee turnover is 4%, but it ought to be 3.9% or something like that. And you're increasing your value out of your data by first converting it to information and then to knowledge. So to go from what is happening right now to why is it happening and what should we do about it. And that's when you can really add value from your data, is to say not just what is happening, but what should you do about it. Create better HR. It is really from, going from information to knowledge, that's when it becomes really interesting. It's also the most difficult part, but that's when it becomes really difficult. So in a sense, when you can say that, between information, below that is sort of reports, and they can be very useful and good to have a conversation about, but it's when it becomes knowledge that you apply some of what do we need to do about this. That's when you create more value to your business unit and to your customer.
I think the most important thing to discuss for us today is how to frame the strategic people sessions. We've done them for years, so it's getting new inspiration to lift it to the next level. We just had an inspiring speak about data. So how can we use data instead of just saying we are X number of females and males? Actually also discussing what are the consequences, and would it mean anything if we change this data mix or people mix that we have?
So the benefits of working with HR data is really to make HR better. So the goal of working with HR is not just to measure, it is to create better HR. And to do that, you have HR data to support you in how good are we and what do we need to do in order to make it better. So HR data can support you in making better HR decisions to make better HR. I think the key takeaway for the participants today is to understand that the data and facts that you have in your databases are really not worth very much. What they need to do to extract value is that they need to convert that first into information, which is about understanding how the data is trending, where it is right now, essentially answering the question, what's happening right now? And if you want to extract more value, you have to convert information into knowledge. That's where you have to add your experience as an HR partner, where you have to get some evidence outside and maybe ask the business about what's going on to answer the question, what should we do about it and what is the best way to solve the problem. So the main takeaway from here is, data and facts, how can we convert that into knowledge to answer the question of what do we need to change in the future.
Well, I think that the main takeaways from this session is that data matters. It matters which data we bring to our sessions, not just using what we used last year or what is easy to get from either the system or from the people that support us. So be evidence-based, use the right data for the right session for the right management team. So it's not the same data that you bring to life and pensions than you bring to the private banking management teams.
The goal of using HR data and to measure HR is to make HR better. It is to get better and informed decisions on what works and what should be applied here to create more value for the business units. That's what it's about. So what they gain from this is better HR decisions, better HR, and provide more value for the customers.